We are covering the California Agency Disclosure Form, a critical topic for your California real estate exam. The entire process of agency disclosure in California can be broken down into three simple steps: disclose, elect, and confirm. First, the agent discloses the different types of agency relationships available. Second, the principals elect the type of agency they want. Third, the chosen relationship is confirmed in writing within the purchase agreement. The timing for these disclosures is a major focus on the exam. A listing agent must provide the seller with the Disclosure Regarding Real Estate Agency Relationships form before the seller signs the listing agreement. The agent representing the buyer must provide the form to the buyer before the buyer signs an offer to purchase. That same agent must also provide the form to the seller as soon as practicable before presenting the offer. Understanding the roles is essential. A seller's agent represents only the seller and has a fiduciary duty to them. A buyer's agent represents only the buyer. A dual agent represents both the seller and the buyer in the same transaction. Dual agency is legal, but requires the informed written consent of both parties because of the inherent conflict of interest. A dual agent cannot disclose confidential information, like the seller's willingness to accept a lower price or the buyer's willingness to pay more, without express permission. The exam will test you on this distinction heavily. Now for the most common exam trap. The agency disclosure form does not create an agency relationship. It simply explains the types of agency. The agency relationship itself is created by the listing agreement or the buyer representation agreement. An exam question might try to trick you by asking which document creates the agency. Do not choose the disclosure form. The final step is the confirmation of the agency relationship, which is a specific provision within the purchase agreement or on a separate form. This section confirms in writing which agent represents which party, solidifying the relationship that was previously disclosed and elected. For a memorable shortcut, remember the three-step process with the mnemonic DEC: disclose, elect, confirm. Disclose the options, let the parties elect their representation, and then confirm it in the purchase contract. This structure is your key to correctly answering questions about the required sequence of events in establishing an agency relationship in California. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.